Hi, this is Melissa with Fox and Pig Knits, and I'm going to show you how I work a no purl, no turn bobble. Here we are where we're going to start making our bobble. So into the next stitch, we are going to knit one through the back loop, knit one, and then knit one through the back loop again. So it's really a knit back, front, back. Now we will have 3 stitches on our right needle. And this is where you could turn to purl, but instead I am going to knit backwards. So you just take the left needle, insert it into the stitch on the right needle, and wrap that yarn backwards and pull a loop up. So you do that 3 times. And again, if you don't want to do this, you could have just turned your work and purled, and then we would be ready for the next step. So because we knit backwards, our stitches are on the needle backwards. So we're going to reorient them by knitting each of these stitches through the back loop. If I had turned and purled my work, all I would have to do here is just knit these 3 stitches normally. Next, I'm going to take the second stitch and pass it over the first, and then I will take the third stitch of the bobble and pass it over the first. Next, I'm going to bring the working yarn between the 2 needles to the front, underneath the bobble, and hold on to it. Now I am going to carefully slip the bobble to the left needle while holding that yarn in place under the bobble. Put the working yarn in the back between the 2 needles and slip that bobble stitch right back to the right needle. Now I like to tighten things up while holding onto the bobble and kind of pushing it into place. Now I'm going to work the next stitch, and I will make sure to tighten this up pretty well and then readjust the bobble if necessary. And maybe do a little reshaping. Now I'm moving on to the next bobble. So again, we are going to knit into the back of the stitch, knit into the front, and knit into the back again, which is a knit one through the back loop, then knit normally, then knit one through the back loop. We'll have 3 stitches on our needle, and we can go ahead and turn and purl here, but we're going to go ahead and knit one backwards, and then knit the next 2 stitches on the needle backwards. Next, I'm going to knit these 3 stitches through the back loop. Now I'm going to pass the second stitch over the first and then the third stitch over the first. Now I'll reposition or shape the bobble, bring that working yarn to the front to wrap it around the bobble. So we will slide the bobble to the left needle, put the working yarn in the back between the needles, slide the bobble back to the right needle, start to tighten everything up. And I make sure to hold on to that strand underneath so that it doesn't move around. And then I continue on working in pattern. So whatever the next stitch is, go ahead and make sure I tighten that up, secure that bobble, A little camera shake, sorry about that. And then continue on with my round. And that's it, very easy, my no purl, no turn bobble. And you can see these here in the main body of the Nouverie hat. If you like this video, please click like and subscribe to see more content like this from me.